Ladies and gentlemen, the internet is in absolute chaos tonight, and for good reason. Because after weeks of denials, whispers, and shady no comments, something massive just hit the fan. The DNA results that Burna Boy swore would never see daylight have just leaked. And let's just say, Jada Kingdom wasn't lying after all. Now hold up, before you even blink, understand this. We're not talking about random rumors or fan theories anymore. This is bigger. This is official, explosive, and apparently accidentally dropped by someone inside Burna's own circle. Screenshots, receipts, voice notes, and the kind of evidence that makes you sit up at 3 a.m. questioning everything you thought you knew about African Giant. Because for weeks, Burna's been parading around, acting like he's unbothered, dropping cryptic tweets, posting luxury selfies, and throwing shade at cloud chasers. But behind the scenes, there's panic. Real panic. The same man who once said, "I can't be caught slipping," just got caught, in the most personal way imaginable. So how did the DNA results leak? Who exposed him? And most importantly, what did Jada Kingdom really know this whole time? Tonight, we're going all the way in. No filters. No mercy. The truth is finally out, and Burna Boy can't run from it anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, if you thought the Burna Boy and Jada Kingdom drama was done after the DNA denial, think again, because this story just detonated like a ticking bomb that finally went off. The same man who laughed off the rumors, posted cryptic tweets about energy vampires, and pretended he was too busy touring the world to care, just got dragged into the messiest scandal of his career. Let's rewind. It all began with a single photo, Jada Kingdom, tear-streaked but defiant, going live from what looked like a hotel suite in London. Her voice shaking but her words sharp. He knows what he did. "I don't need his money, I just want the truth." Within seconds, the clip spread across X, TikTok, and every gossip page imaginable. Burna's name shot to #1 on trending, not for an award, not for a hit record, but for allegedly being the father who refused to face the music. At first, Burna Boy's camp did what every superstar's team does: deny, deflect, and delete. His publicist released a clean-cut statement calling the rumors baseless online fabrications aimed at tarnishing his brand. But fans weren't buying it. Not when Jada kept dropping clues, screenshots of late-night messages, photos with Burna's unmistakable chain dangling in the background, and that one heart-stopping audio clip where a deep, unmistakable voice said, "I'll handle it quietly." The blogs exploded. Is Burna hiding a secret, baby? Did Jada just expose the African Giant? Why is everyone from his team suddenly silent? The speculation turned into obsession. Influencers were decoding timestamps. Twitter spaces turned into courtrooms. And through it all, Burna stayed silent, or so everyone thought. Because then came the accidental like. One random night, fans noticed that Burna had liked a tweet that read, "If you ain't sure, don't sign up for fatherhood." Within minutes, the like disappeared, but the screenshots didn't. The damage was done. People started connecting dots that maybe weren't supposed to connect. Maybe the DNA rumors weren't rumors after all. Maybe Burna's silence wasn't confidence, it was panic. That's when the so-called leak happened. An anonymous Twitter account, 0 followers, 0 posts, profile picture of a hospital logo, uploaded a blurred document titled Confidential Paternity Testing. The names were partially censored, but you didn't need to be Sherlock Holmes to figure it out. The initials DO and JK were right there, along with a date and a bold stamp reading 99.97% probability of paternity. The internet went feral. Screenshots flooded Reddit. TikTok commentators were screaming into their mics. And within hours, the mysterious account vanished. Suspicious? Absolutely. Convenient? Even more so. By morning, the hashtag Burna Boy DNA results had hit over 5 million views. Memes, reaction videos, fake legal documents. The digital wildfire was unstoppable. Some fans defended him, calling it an invasion of privacy. Others demanded accountability, claiming Jada had every right to expose the truth if he refused to step up. And right in the middle of it all was Jada Kingdom, calm, collected, and suddenly very quiet. No more lives. No more cryptic captions. Just one story post that said, "Now y'all see why I stayed silent. It was over." Or so it seemed. Behind the scenes, Insiders were whispering that Burna's camp was scrambling to do damage control. One source, who claimed to be close to his management, leaked to a gossip page that legal letters have already gone out. Another claimed Burna offered Jada a private settlement. No publicity, no paternity talk, just peace. But peace was never an option, not after that document surfaced. Fans demanded the full story, and online detectives delivered. Someone traced the hospital logo from the leaked report back to a high-end private clinic in London, the kind that caters to celebrities who want their secrets locked away behind NDAs and marble walls. And that's when the biggest twist hit. The clinic's receptionist allegedly told an anonymous caller that someone from management had requested all patient records involving those initials be sealed immediately. Now, whether that's true or not, the optics were terrible. It looked like Burna was covering something up, and the public ate it alive. By the end of the week, music blogs weren't just reporting on the scandal, they were dissecting it like forensic analysts. Every lyric from Burna's recent tracks was being re-examined for hidden meanings. In City Boys, where he raps about no baby mama stress, fans claimed that line aged like milk. In Last Last, they said the heartbreak wasn't just about love, it was about guilt. Meanwhile, Jada's streams skyrocketed. Her old songs jumped back into the charts. People who'd never heard of her before were suddenly labeling her the woman who took down Burna Boy. But the craziest part? She never said his name. Not once. Not directly. Every time the press tried to corner her, she smiled and said, "The truth reveals itself in time." And oh, did it ever! Because while Burna was busy hiding behind legal teams and no comments, someone on TikTok claimed to have found a voice note allegedly recorded during the original paternity test appointment. The voice sounded calm, Nigerian accented, with a hint of frustration. "Just tell me it's done so I can leave." The internet claimed it was Burna. Was it? Who knows? But once again, perception beat proof. For every denial his camp made, 10 new proofs surfaced. For every lawyer statement, there was a new anonymous source. And somewhere in the middle of all that noise stood Burna Boy, the artist who once prided himself on being untouchable, now watching his reputation unravel one leak at a time. People started digging deeper. Old relationships, ex-girlfriends, even cryptic comments from Stefflon Don began resurfacing. Remember when she tweeted, "Protect your peace, not your ego"? Fans now claimed that was shade aimed straight at Burna. The once celebrated African giant was being recast as the African deflector. And as the storm grew louder, his silence grew stranger. Weeks passed without a public appearance. Cancelled shows were blamed on scheduling conflicts, but insiders whispered about stress, insomnia, and emergency PR meetings. The empire wasn't crumbling, not yet, but the cracks were there, visible, undeniable, and widening fast. Because when you build your image on pride and dominance, the last thing you can afford is vulnerability. And that's exactly what this DNA scandal forced Burna Boy to face, the possibility that his entire narrative of strength and control was just an illusion. The leak had changed everything. It wasn't just about whether he was the father anymore, it was about whether he could ever recover from being exposed. And little did anyone know, the next move he'd make would send the entire internet into meltdown all over again. Ladies and gentlemen, when we left off, Burna Boy's world was spinning. The DNA results had leaked, Jada Kingdom had gone silent, and the internet had turned into a 24-hour courtroom with millions of self-appointed judges. But just when people thought the story couldn't possibly get any messier, Burna Boy made his move. And trust me, it wasn't the move anyone expected. Instead of denying, instead of apologizing, instead of even explaining, Burna doubled down. Late one night, without warning, he went live. The screen flickered, his face appeared, and the first words out of his mouth were chillingly casual. "Y'all believe everything you see online, yeah? Cool. Keep believing." Then he laughed, that slow, sarcastic Burna laugh, and ended the stream in under 2 minutes. The internet exploded. Was that a confession? A taunt? Damage control? No one knew, and that's exactly how Burna wanted it. He'd turned confusion into a weapon. He wasn't going to clear the air, he was going to own the chaos. But while Burna was busy playing the mysterious superstar, things behind the scenes were reportedly crumbling fast. According to an insider, a person allegedly close to his management team Calls were coming in nonstop. Sponsors asking for clarity. Brand partnerships on pause. Even a European promoter supposedly pulled out of a six-figure concert deal, citing reputational instability. In short, Burna's brand was bleeding. And where was Jada? Oh, she was strategically silent until she wasn't. Out of nowhere, Jada Kingdom dropped a single Instagram story that broke the internet in half. A simple black background, one photo of a tiny baby hand gripping a gold chain. No caption, no tags, but that chain. Fans instantly recognized it. It was Burna's, the custom 24-karat Cuban link that had appeared in dozens of his posts. Boom. Internet meltdown. Within minutes, gossip blogs were running with headlines like, Jada's baby wearing Burna's chain, and proof for petty move. Fans think Jada just confirmed everything. Twitter spaces were popping off. YouTubers were uploading hour-long breakdowns with dramatic titles like, Burna Boy can't hide now. And just when fans thought the story had reached its peak, things got even darker. A leaked text exchange surfaced. Screenshots, grainy but legible, between a contact saved as B and someone allegedly representing Jada. The messages read, "We can handle this privately. You keep saying that, but you're not doing anything. Lawyers will be in touch." The timestamps matched the exact week the DNA results allegedly leaked. Coincidence? The fans said no. But the most shocking twist came from an unexpected direction. An anonymous source claiming to work for a London PR agency that had briefly represented Burna Boy in the past. This so-called source told a gossip vlogger that Burna's team had been in crisis mode 4 days before the leak, trying to control a sensitive document. The claim? They knew the DNA test existed. They just didn't know how to bury it. The blogger even played an alleged voice note from the source. They panicked when they realized Jada wasn't backing down. They tried to buy silence, but she was already done playing. And that's when fans realized this wasn't just a celebrity scandal. This was a full-blown PR war. On one side, Burna Boy, the global icon with a team of strategists, lawyers, and image managers trying to protect his empire. On the other, Jada Kingdom, the woman he allegedly underestimated, now armed with public sympathy and a viral story that refused to die. The whole internet divided overnight. Hashtag Team Burna versus hashtag Team Jada. Burna's fans defended him with hashtags like hashtag Protect Burna and hashtag Cloud is Real, arguing that Jada was using the situation to boost her music career. Meanwhile, Jada's supporters clapped back with hashtag Justice for Jada and hashtag 99% DNA, claiming women were always dismissed when they spoke the truth. It wasn't just a scandal anymore, it had become a movement. And as the noise got louder, Burna's silence got colder. He didn't post, didn't perform, didn't even make his usual witty comments online. But fans noticed something strange. He suddenly unfollowed Jada on every platform, deleted old photos, and archived certain posts that people had used as proof they were together. Classic damage control, except it made him look guilty. The speculation was relentless. You couldn't scroll 2 seconds without seeing a meme or a breakdown video. People were analyzing Jada's baby pictures, comparing facial features, even zooming in on the baby's eyes, claiming he is Burna stare. But then, a mysterious account popped up on Instagram, username at Truth on Fire. It posted a photo of an envelope labeled Private Legal Document. The caption read, "When you lie about paternity, you forget the law keeps records." The account disappeared in less than an hour, but screenshots spread like wildfire. Some believed it was a whistleblower from inside Burna's camp. Others said it was Jada's team taking revenge. Nobody could prove anything, but everyone was talking. And that's the thing about celebrity scandals. Truth doesn't matter as much as narrative. Every time someone tried to clarify, the story just grew bigger. Jada started trending every other day. Burna's name was now attached to every messy headline imaginable. Even major outlets like The Shade Room and Hollywood Unlocked jumped in, each claiming to have exclusive details that never quite matched up. But nothing, and I mean nothing, compared to what came next. Out of nowhere, an alleged email thread leaked online, reportedly between Burna's lawyers and Jada's representatives. The subject line? Paternity settlement proposal. The contents? A messy negotiation discussing privacy agreements, compensation figures, and joint custody arrangements. Now, there's no telling if it was real or fake, but the impact was nuclear. The world collectively gasped. The headlines read, Burna Boy tried to pay off Jada Kingdom. DNA leak forces secret negotiations. African giant silenced by his own secret. And through it all, Jada didn't say a single word. Not one. Just a repost of her new single with the caption, "The truth inspires art." Streams went up. Burna's name kept trending. And fans started whispering that maybe, just maybe, the scandal was reshaping both their careers in real time. But here's the kicker. One alleged insider claimed there was one more test. According to them, a second DNA test had been quietly commissioned in a completely different country, under fake names, private clinic, top secrecy. Why? Because Burna wanted to verify the results for himself. And if that's true, it means the saga wasn't even close to over. Because while the world was busy arguing about who was lying, Burna was reportedly preparing a comeback move that would either clear his name forever or destroy what's left of his image. He had a choice to make: keep fighting the fire or finally face it. And what he chose next would make the internet explode all over again. And just when we thought this chaos had reached its peak, oh no, it gets even wilder. Because now, insiders are whispering that Burna Boy's own team might have been the ones who leaked the DNA results. Yeah, you heard that right. Sources close to the situation claim that someone inside Burna's camp, a person who's been silently loyal for years, finally got fed up with all the secrecy, the lies, and the fake public image. And in a moment of frustration, or maybe guilt, they decided to expose the truth themselves. According to one insider who reached out under the alias Fireproof, Burna had been warned weeks ago that if he didn't handle the Jada situation properly, someone was going to make sure the truth came out anyway. Apparently, Burna didn't take the threat seriously. He thought, "I'm Burna Boy, nobody can touch me." But now that the leaked DNA results are circulating online, it seems like karma hit him where it hurts most, right in his ego. Meanwhile, Jada Kingdom is having what fans are calling her vindication era. After months of being trolled, mocked, and accused of chasing clout, she's finally standing tall. Her latest Instagram live has over 1.2 million views in less than a day, and the energy? Pure victory. She said, "They laughed when I cried. They dragged me when I begged for honesty. But look at God, the truth always comes out." And just when you think she's done, she leans closer to the camera and says, "And to the one who said I'd never win, you just lost your biggest fan. Tell me that isn't a straight-up mic drop moment." Now, Burna's PR team is in full-blown damage control mode. They've been reaching out to every major media outlet, trying to clarify the situation. But let's be honest, once the internet sees receipts, there's no one seeing them. Screenshots of the leaked test are spreading faster than wildfire, and fans are now comparing it to some of the biggest celebrity scandals of the decade. People are even calling it the Afrobeat version of the Tristan Thompson drama. And get this, Burna's ex, Stefflon Don, just entered the chat. Literally. She posted a cryptic tweet that says, "Sometimes the one who plays victim been the villain all along." No names, no tags, but the timing couldn't be more obvious. Fans immediately flooded her comments, asking if she knew about Jada's baby all along. And Stefflon, instead of denying, liked a tweet that said, "She's been trying to warn us. This is no longer a simple," she said. "This is turning into a full-blown Afrobeat scandal war, and everyone's picking sides." Team Burna fans are out here trying to spin narratives like, maybe it's not his, the results could be fake, or she's doing this for clout. But Team Jada, they're ruthless. They've got memes, receipts, and energy that screams justice for Jada. But here's where it gets even darker. Rumor has it that Burna's label is furious. There's talk that his upcoming album rollout might be delayed indefinitely. One source claimed executives are pushing him to publicly address the baby before things spiral even further. They're terrified that this DNA scandal could overshadow everything he's built over the last few years. His Grammy wins, his world tours, his legacy. And honestly, they might be right. Because this isn't just about a baby anymore, it's about trust, image, and ego. Burna built his brand on being untouchable, the African giant who didn't bow to anyone. But now, he's facing something no hit song or award can fix: accountability. Fans are also digging up old interviews where Burna hinted that loyalty is rare, and that some people only show up when you win. Now those same quotes are being turned against him, with people saying, "Guess loyalty's rare for you too, huh?" The irony couldn't be more poetic. Meanwhile, Jada's management has reportedly been in talks with several media outlets for an exclusive sit-down interview, one that could officially close this chapter with a bang. Rumors say she's demanding full creative control over the footage. No edits, no filters. If that's true, it means Jada is about to air out everything, from how they met, to the messages Burna allegedly sent her when the pregnancy news first broke, to what really happened behind the scenes when the refused DNA test headlines hit. And let's not forget the internet detectives. Oh, they've been busy. Reddit threads are flooded with timeline breakdowns connecting Jada's pregnancy months to Burna's tour schedule. Some even claim there are photos of Burna's bodyguard allegedly dropping Jada off at a private clinic. Are those photos real? Who knows? But the perception? That's what matters in the internet age. And right now, Burna looks guilty in 4K. To make things worse, Burna's mom, who also manages him, has reportedly gone off the grid. No statements, no clarifications. People close to her say she's deeply disappointed. But honestly, who wouldn't be? Watching your son's empire crumble over a scandal he could have avoided with one honest conversation, that's pain money can't fix. But what's really sending shockwaves is how fast Burna's endorsement partners are reacting. One luxury brand quietly removed his image from their homepage. Another paused a commercial campaign indefinitely. That's how quickly things are unraveling. In showbiz, perception is power, and Burna's power just took a massive hit. And here's the ultimate kicker. Burna has gone silent. No tweets, no posts, no lives, just radio silence. And in a world where silence equals guilt, fans are interpreting that quiet as confirmation. Some are saying he's lawyering up. Others believe he's rebranding behind the scenes. Either way, the man who once couldn't stop talking about being the African giant is now hiding behind a wall of PR statements and deleted comments. It's wild to think that a few months ago, Burna was on top of the world, sold-out tours, Grammy nominations, a global fan base that worshipped him. And now, one leaked DNA result later, the internet's painting him as the villain in Jada's redemption arc. But that's the beauty and the curse of fame. 1 minute you're a hero, the next minute you're a headline. Now, the world's waiting for one thing, Burna's next move. Will he come clean? Will he fight back? Or will he double down, deny everything, and let his silence speak louder than truth ever could? Because in this game, the truth doesn't always win, but it always exposes. And as the dust settles, one thing's for sure, this story isn't just another celebrity drama. It's a modern-day reminder that no matter how high you rise, secrets have a way of pulling you back down. The question now is, how much farther can Burna fall before he finally admits what everyone already knows? Ladies and gentlemen, what a wild, messy, unbelievable ride this has been. From denied DNA tests to leaked results, from silence to scandal, we just witnessed Burna Boy's entire image take one of the biggest hits in Afrobeat history. But before you go, let's be real for a second. What do you think? Do you believe the DNA results are real? Do you think Jada Kingdom finally got her justice? Or is there still more to this story than we've seen? Because let's not forget, every time we think the saga is over, something even crazier drops out of nowhere. Could Burna Boy come forward with proof that flips everything? Or is his silence the final confirmation that the African giant might have just been caught in his biggest lie yet? You tell me. Drop your thoughts down below. I want to hear all of them. And if you've been glued to this story like the rest of us, then you already know this is far from over. There's more drama, more receipts, and more secrets waiting to explode. So make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications, because when the next twist drops, and trust me it will, you'll want to be the first to know. Until then, stay locked in, because the truth always comes out, and sometimes it leaks.